We're back here on the show, getting set for the UFC's debut card that's happening in Zagreb, Croatia. It's a special Sunday card happening on April the 10th. It's going to be airing on TSN up here in Canada, Fox Sports 1 in the States, and it's going to be headlined by former heavyweight champion Junior Dos Santos, taking on the man who joins us now, Ben Rothwell. Ben, how are you doing today?
Not bad. I'm surprised you forgot to drop the big.
Well, I was going to build to it and close off with big Ben Rothwell. We have to emphasize the big.
I mean, it's one of those things that I fought it for so many years. I didn't want to be Big Ben, and I was all this and tried to fight it with all these nicknames. And the best ones are the ones that are given to you. And people, I realized as I especially got in UFC, I started looking around the heavyweight division, and I'm like, I guess I am Big Ben. There is no other Bens that are in the rank, in the high level that I'm at. They're not big, so I guess I'm Big Ben. So it just kind of happened.
Who gave you Big Ben?
That's it. Everybody. I mean, fans and speakers just decided. I guess it just rang with it. People when they meet me in person, they'd always go, "My God, you're so much bigger in person than you are in life." Or you are Big Ben. And it just got people. I think it really happened more from people meeting me in person than anything.
And how about, you mentioned you've had some awful ones thrown at you over the years. Any that you can recall that you can share with us? Some names that didn't make the cut.
I was the Machine. That was two of them. There's some other bad ones in there. I just can't think of them right at the top of my head, but we went through some, that's for sure.
Well, I'll tell you, after that win over Josh Barnett, I think a lot of people wanted to give you the nickname UFC heavyweight title contender. Did you feel you were ready for that nickname after that win? Because you impressed a lot of people and appeared to be the front runner.
Yeah, I mean, I was absolutely ready for the fight. I 100% would have accepted if Verdum was up for it. I was going to fight him that week after the Barnett fight. I was ready for it. I'm ready for it right now. And that's it. I believe that just my credentials, the 4-fight win streak and the kind of competition and up beating kind of already said it. And I feel like a lot of the media and a lot of the fans are saying it too. And that was a lot about what this fight was about. I knew that kind of the inside that Stipe and Verdum was going to happen. They stepped up when Kane backed out. The UFC likes that, and they wanted. They were already kind of giving them a title shot anyway. It was kind of getting pushed that way before my win. So I kind of knew I could sit around and potentially become a contender, get the title shot. But then you got guys like Overeem and stuff. They're kind of around the corner and they're staying busy. And I knew that sitting around waiting was not the answer. And when this fight got asked 4 days after my Barnett fight, they're like, "Hey, you don't have to take the fight, but nobody's going to fight him, and we need this fight." And it's a fight that I've been at. I've called for a fight against Junior for a couple of years now. Yeah, I would have liked it a lot better had he beat Overeem. It'd be better going to this fight, but when you're in the top 10, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? We have our credentials. Everybody knows who he is, and beating him is still worth a lot, I believe. And for me, it's attaining that 5th win, I think, is going to help solidify my title shot.
Were you at peace with Stipe getting the shot? Because also a name that was in there was Alistair Overeem, and I think people would have had a much more critical view if he were able to leapfrog and get that heavyweight title fight, because that was a fight that we saw. You had your arm raised that night, and yet his name was in the discussion, and you can never fully grasp who's going to end up with a title shot because there's no way to necessarily break it down and make sense out of it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, this is the sense it makes it now. I beat Overeem, and then let's just look at it. He got very busy, and he put 3 wins together. And not by my choice, but I was eventually able to get the Mitrione fight, so I got one fight in after. And then there was, Stipe pulled out against me, and it kind of set me back because, if I was in Overeem's position and I go and knock off 3 wins, I would want people paying attention to me too. So it wasn't like it was his fault. His name was getting mentioned. I mean, he was out there paying his dues, and I wasn't able to get busy at the time. I mean, that's just how volatile the sport is. I mean, it's just crazy all the time. Things are getting turned upside down. People get put into positions that sometimes we question. And for me to help negate any of these problems that I see is staying busy. I feel a great push right now, and it was easy for me to come after that last fight. I was like, I'm already ready. I'm ready. So it's basically the last 9 weeks here was just me getting better and keeping what I already had. So it's been a very enjoyable camp because I'm not fighting to get into shape. I'm already in shape. I was ready to go. Like I said, this entire time I've only got to spend on just improving myself. And it's very important because, Overeem is there. He is right on the fringe. He is getting talked about. He does bring in an overseas, pay-per-view buy, so to speak, to the table, and we all know that makes a difference. But I'm kind of doing my own thing, and I'm getting a lot of Ireland on my side, Big Ben in London, and now Croatia is really, really warming up to me, and I'm getting an opportunity to go win a country of people over there as well. So I feel like my momentum, I said it before the Barnett fight, I could feel my momentum building, and obviously it's just continuing to grow. And it's a very exciting time for me, and it's a very exciting time to be in the heavyweight division. And I'm on a mission. This heavyweight division needs help. That's how I feel. And I say it needs help is because there's a lot of the other weight classes that get paid a lot more attention to. There's a lot more being talked about in other weight classes. And we're the heavyweight division. And there's no excuses for that other than there's been, in the last 5 years, been very inactive champions. And that cost all of us, and I'm here to rectify that.
Training at your own gym at Rothwell Mixed Martial Arts, you've trained at a lot of places over the course of your career. What kind of environment did you want to create with your own vision in mind, having your own gym, and more importantly, your name would be on this? Can you just tell us a bit about that process and how you have grown this gym around yourself and with your team that, we're seeing the success that you are having with this team around you?
The foundation of the gym is built as the idea of a family, and you can't have a family with just a bunch of meatheads trying to kill each other. I wanted a place where literally you would feel comfortable walking in with no experience, to bring your family, to bring your kids, and feel comfortable and welcomed, and a place that you could come and make friends, because that's good energy. And good energy, I'm very much a believer of it. I feel there's a lot to do with why I'm on my successful run and why I'm in the position I'm in. And the gym, was really about creating something of, 11 years prior to this. I've been in the sport for 17 years now. I've had my gym for 5 years. So almost 12 years prior to me starting my own gym, I've been in a lot of different gyms, seen a lot of things that I absolutely did not like. And I've seen a few things that I did like, and I wanted to bring that into a place where I could get rid of, I'm the owner, and I get to say, no, guys that want to fight are not going to act like this, or they can find somewhere else to train. People are going to help each other. People are going to take martial arts for what it is. And I think mixed martial arts got a very bad name, a black eye, so to speak, that it was always about these, like thugs that learn how to fight and just want to hurt people and blah, blah, blah. And it was just awful. Mixed martial arts is about life. It's about becoming the best person you can be and helping other people around you. I think these are very positive things. I don't think the sport gets put in as much of a positive light as it should be. I think a lot of negative things are put at the forefront, like trash talking and belittling each other and things of that nature, and it's just not what the sport's about. I think in the heavyweight division, you see a lot less trash talk and a lot more knockouts and exciting fights because we don't have to trash talk each other, and people know, they want to buy a pay-per-view or they want to tune in when we fight because, we're going to go out and deliver. We're going to give you what you really want. And then when it's all done and over with, we'll shake hands and know that we just made each other better, and that's the beauty of mixed martial arts. And I wanted my gym to be a forefront. I wanted to show that and exemplify how great the sport is, because the sport saved my life, and it's changed my life forever, and I owe it everything.
It comes across in speaking with you, Ben, just a confidence that you have in yourself. Was that always there for you, or was there a turning point over the last number of years where you took your career to the next level? Because it's very evident, your belief in yourself, the team that you have around you, and again, the proof is in the pudding with the results you've had.
Again, the positive energy and having the right people around me and being able to believe in myself, it's all been a process. And to get to this point where I'm at right now, I feel like, with each win, my confidence grows, and maybe I speak more and say things, but at all times I have to remain humble. And there's just a very fine line, and I have to make this very clear, when I'm speaking, that there's arrogance. And arrogance is a driving force for me because I'm so against it, and I don't like individuals that carry it, because arrogance means you believe you're better than somebody else. You believe you're better than other people. To me, it's an awful mentality. Confidence is the belief that no one is better than you. And yes, I am very confident. It's not about me being better than anyone else, but I know that there's no one better than me. And that is part of what I'm proving. And I'm very big at humbling myself to say, and where I do my strength and conditioning, there's a military vet that works out with one hand. And to see how hard he trains and what he goes through and how positive he is in life, that's humbling. Like, he's 10 times the man that I am. There's people that are in wheelchairs 10 times the people that I am because of their heart and their positive energy, what they believe in, and that's very important for me. And the sport gave me that mentality. It taught me the lessons in life to carry this what I have, and I feel like that is why I fight so strong. It's because I recognize these things, and it's very important. I'm trying to share it in the right way.
Final question, just on Junior Dos Santos. You got to spend some time with him over in Croatia promoting this fight. I'm sure this is someone you hold in very high regard. He is a former heavyweight champion, but also somebody that I think he's going into this fight. He very much needs a victory here to stay in that mix within the heavyweight division. Are you expecting a different Junior Dos Santos coming off of that loss to Alistair Overeem, where his career certainly needs this win, and you're on a very hot roll and represent what could be a turnaround for him in the heavyweight division?
Yes, I do respect him as a person and as an athlete and for his prior accomplishments. I think he's a very good ambassador to the sport. He's a very nice guy, and he holds himself in a very respectful way, and he respects other people. So I appreciate him as a martial artist. Now, his ability and what he's coming into, I believe I look at his athleticism, and I look at what his past, and what he shows is he does what he does. Like, he has some things that he sticks to, and this is how he fights. But at the same time, I don't ever think that he's not capable of trying something new or bringing new things to the table. So it's very important for me to expect anything. And that's what I've spent the last 9 weeks. And even before Josh Burnett and before Mitrione, I've proven it. Mitrione shot a takedown that he's never shot in his entire career. I was ready for it because I expect anything out of these guys. And I feel that I present so many different problems and I bring so many different things to the table with them when I fight them. Yeah, that they dig deep and they are looking for different answers and they're willing to try anything, and I have to be prepared for that, and that's what I am. I go into these fights where nothing can surprise me. To the best of my training, to the best of my abilities to prepare, I go into these fights expecting these guys to do anything because I feel like that is what I'm pushing these guys into the corner. I'm forcing them to fight scared, and they're training very hard because they all know now I'm very, very dangerous, and they're really starting to believe the fact that I will end the fight anywhere it goes.
This is a great heavyweight fight that is coming up. Once again, it's Sunday, April the 10th. Note the start time, 2 p.m. Eastern time if you are in North America, airing on TSN here in Canada. He is Big Ben Rothwell getting set to take on Junior Dos Santos. Ben, I very much appreciate this time and all the best heading into Fight Week in Croatia. And we're, again, looking forward to this fight.
Thank you very much, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for all the support we get in Canada and all over, of course, and appreciate it.
You're always welcome up here in Canada, Ben.
Awesome.
All right, thanks. You have a great day.